Hello everyone, this is Nefis here. It is time to Nefis and chill, and in this video today we're going to be addressing some stuff that has been going around in many discords. By now I'm pretty sure a lot of you watching this video have probably seen some of these screenshots or text that people wrote up. So we're going to be going over this, and this is sort of like an ESO news sort of thing. Now, the first screenshot, which seems to be the more widespread one, is supposedly from a dude who went to PAX West. And for those of you who don't know what PAX West is, it's the Penny Arcade Expo in Seattle, I believe. And it's basically a gaming expo, and the ESO devs were there as well. And ESO, Dragonhold, which is the next DLC after Update 23 Scalebreaker DLC. They also showcased Dragonhold and, the patch, apparently. So this dude who went to PAX West, basically, I'll leave the links in the description below so you guys can read them. Basically said a few things here that, if it's true, and a lot of people say this is fake, and I'm just going to label both of these screenshots I'm about to show you as rumors, because who knows, right? And basically, the dude saying Zos knows they fucked up with the dot meta. And they're looking at kind of bringing it down by a bit, but not by much. So, I don't know, like, a lot of people think Update 23 was, like, the end result. It obviously wasn't, because even ZeniMax has confirmed multiple times, hey, this is a skill audit, it's not the end result, this is us beginning to standardize things, and then we'll go from there. They even, kind of put it in a very easy metaphor. Imagine a yardstick with inches and centimeters changing how much distance was between each one. That's what the audit aimed to resolve, providing overall structure to abilities. Now that they've handled that, they pretty much, all but confirmed in this Q&A that they posted a week or so ago. What's the design intent for all the classes? Classes should have the tools in their class lines to be able to do tanking, DPSing, or healing. So that's their overall vision for what, the classes should be. Obviously, I think it's a very complicated topic to talk about, because with this sort of line of thinking, it's sort of like, well, in terms of balance, you're probably going to have some classes do better roles than the other classes, like Dragon Knights are better tanks than other classes, naturally, and so on and so on. And then they said, which skill lines are planned for the next ability audit in Update 24? And they said nothing. They finished the audit of the skill lines and are now going to begin the process of reinforcing class identity with a few classes, and this will be ongoing over the course of several patches. It's not going to be just all in one big patch. And the dude said they know they fucked up with the dot meta. So I don't know. Like, I don't think they intended it to be the meta. It's just a result of them standardizing. It's a really bad phase, but it's, to them, in their perspective, a necessary step in order to address the bigger picture for the years to come. They also know they fucked up with class diversity and shit, and want to make each class feel different instead of the bullshit they put out this patch. Well, obviously, okay. They gotta talk about this stuff in like a week with a post. So I guess we'll know if this screenshot in particular is made up or not, because it says they're gonna do a post in about a week. And then the person apparently toyed around with Stamina Sorcerer. Now, those of you who don't know, who aren't familiar with ESO nowadays, Stamina Sorcerer is one of the classes that don't have much class identity. Most of the skill setup in both PvE and PvP are mostly weapon skills or non-class skills. So Stamina Sorcerer has always suffered from this compared to even the other classes for a while, long before Scalebreaker. So this is definitely a hot topic. So Daedric Curse is getting bonus pet damage built in on the base morph to provide a bit more synergy with pets and shit. Haunting stays the same, and Daedric Prey is getting turned into Stamina morph, and now debuffs the target with Major Fracture and Breach for 8 seconds after initial application. Again, I have no idea if this is all true or not. I didn't go to PAX West. I couldn't go to PAX West. So it's kind of interesting to read about. If it's made up, it's impressive that someone will make all this up. Let's see. More Sork shit. Clan Fear is now Stam Morph. They buffed Rebate passive. Few changes on weapon lines. Rating Shot nerf. Range reduced to 10 meters. Onslaught 8 and nerf 2. Reduced damage. I think a lot of people are kind of mad about the ulti cast times plus the fact that Onslaught is pretty OP right now. Forward momentum snare immunity also nerfed down to 2 seconds from 4 seconds. That's weird. I think they're gonna standardize that shit and have Shuffle be best in slot for snare removal to make medium armor the mobility spec. And then the person says, again, this is not all confirmed, Whirling Blades also ate a nerf, 50% max scaling instead of 100% now. Cast times still on Onslaught and Dawnbreaker. And then he says, or he or she says, I asked Rich Lambert about them, and they said they're not budging on cast times, which does sound pretty real. They want counterplay options to getting bursted down. I also asked about proc sets, blah blah blah, and then he said proc sets are also something we're revising. They will have a universal 5-second global cooldown on all offensive proc sets. And the person concludes saying, if you stack proc sets, you're gonna be hurting yourself because they all share the same cooldown now. Okay, and then they conclude by saying Templar, DK, Stam, Sork are getting additional changes to have a unique flavor. Magblade is in a bad spot, they're fully aware of this. And they have heard complaints about faction locks, but are currently looking at ways to incentivize faction loyalty. And then they also say Arya's bow is the next artifact weapon in Cyrodiil. So Volendrung is still going to be in Cyrodiil, apparently, and the person purports that Arya's bow is going to be the next artifact weapon, and that they saw it spawn on the screen. They understand that people... Okay, so that's pretty much it. And another huge thing, too, was, I think, this guy said they're reworking how dots are applied in PvP, by the way. Battle Spirit is going to add a unique rule set that prevents people stacking identical dots on the target. So like if you cast Degeneration on the target and someone else hits the same target with Degeneration, their Degeneration will overwrite yours. They admitted that stacking identical dots on the target has a negative effect on performance in PvP, and this will apply to all dots. So that's an interesting one. Again, I have absolutely no idea if any of this is true. This is just me sharing this with you. What do you guys think about this screenshot? Let me know down in the comments below. The next screenshot is apparently the real one, or the one that's confirmed by a few people. I know Audens in my Discord said, hey, this one's fake, the big one's fake, but this short screenshot is the real one. So again, I have no idea if it's true, if it's fake. I don't know why anyone would, make up fake shit, but here we go. So this real screenshot says, class should always come first. Every class should be unique. We talked about the new bound. So I'm assuming that's like bound armor, bound aegis. I don't know who he's referring to in terms of we. He used that as an example. I'm going to assume that's Rich or someone. Many more on other classes. He mentioned no changes for Maxworks because they are already unique and have identity, and they want to bring other classes to how unique Maxwork is. Okay, so they looked. The new bound armaments is orb per light attack. Okay, so it's kind of like the Sijic passive. The orbs build up to 4 orbs total, and 1300. I don't get this one. 1300 per 0.3 second per orb when recast. Numbers are bound to change, obviously. Okay, huge damage move, plus 10% increased light attack damage and 8% stamina max bonus. Both soul trap dots were max 8k for me, with a fully trial geared out PTS stam source. So it looks like they may be addressing soul traps damage for update 24. I don't know. They are like 12k roughly in my shitty gear, so it looks like nerf. They have a post coming in a week or two explaining all the class changes coming. So again, this screenshot also said the same thing. I don't know which one came before or after, or if they came at the same time, but this screenshot that's some people are saying is fake or not right, also said that they're going to come out with a post in a week or so. And this post is saying pretty much the same thing. And first pass on class changes, and then they sort of repeated over here that classes should always be unique. Okay, dot meta is gone. They brought everything down to build up. Dots were way too strong. It'll be talked about in soon post. Okay, so they both of the screenshots sort of agree on the same point. Dot meta is gone. but how they're gone seems to be different. This says, hey, you can no longer stack the same dots on one target in PvP, and this one is saying, hey, they just nerfed the dot damage like Soul Trap. So it's kind of interesting what we're gonna be looking forward to. And then he does mention Darien, and this is kind of why I believe this screenshot a little bit more than the other one, because lore quest is included. Darien, spoiler alert, those of you who haven't done the Somerset questline. Darien is beloved and will have some Easter eggs in Palatine. They left his fate open. Ooh, my boy Darien. Old stuff had no chance to ask. Dude behind me was humping me trying to get an autograph. Oh man, okay. No chance to check Magblade or Air Atro. Ooh. That line is 2 hours long now. Heh. Overall, pretty fucking cool shit. And they conclude the convo by saying, class rework is going. Dragon Knight, Templar, and Stamswork need more identity. All will see changes. So regardless of whether they're true or rumors or not, they're pretty much confirming what the dev team wants to do. They plan on looking at classes now. They're done with the scale audits, and they'll probably look at classes now. One cool thing I want to mention from this screenshot in particular, it says, no chance to check Magblade or Air Atro. I don't know if some of you caught that, but Air Atro. What's an Air Atro? Craglord? Hey, no chance to check Magblade or Air Atro. Air Atro. So what do they mean by Air Atro? So the post focuses on Stamina Sorcerer. So it seems they might be adding a stamina-specific morph of the Storm Atronach ulti to the Daedric Summoning skill line for sorcerers. And the fact that it's going to be like a stamina version of a Storm Atro, which is the Air Atronach, that is pretty cool. So if this is true, that does sound pretty damn cool. And I'm glad that they're going to address the classes for sure. I think that's been a lot of people's worries, that Update 23 is very homogenized in terms of classes, and everyone's doing the same thing to get the same damage. Everyone's doing the same setups for PvP, PvE. So that has been a pretty huge worry. So hopefully time will tell. So in a week or a couple weeks or so, we'll see which one is right, or if they're both right, or if these were rumors, or if they keep the changes. So you never know. But anyway, guys, that is the end for this video. Let me know what you think about these changes down in the comments below. I'm really interested to hear what you guys think, especially about some of the class changes that apparently are coming, especially in regards to Sorcerer or Stamina Sorcerer. It looks like both of these posts or both of these conversations focus a lot on Stamina Sorcerer. So I'm very interested to hear what you guys think they should do and what you think they are going to come out with. I am particularly very interested in the Air Atro morph, if that's going to be a thing. But yep, thanks for watching the video, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you enjoyed the Nephis and chilling. I will see you guys next time. Stay safe and have fun.